I'm
Right.
directly wired in. I still freeze.
We are live. Let me find it. Oh, turn the sound down first. This is what I do. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. There we are. We're live. Hi, Taro. Hi, Jules. How y'all doing?
Hey, newbie.
Oh, Johnny, I know it's your birthday today. And I don't know if we should sing because of copyright or whatever, but
Paul McCartney owns the rights to Happy Birthday. I'll get demonetized. Thank you.
I got you a little cupcake. I didn't have a light, so I'm using a tea light here.
Me too.
But from all of us to you, Johnny, happy birthday. Make a wish.
You get to make 2 wishes because you got 2 candles.
We'll see if you blow it out, then it won't come true. So don't blow out the flame.
Wait, let me put my mask on so I don't give you COVID on your. Okay, make your wish.
Okay, I did it.
You did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let your candle burn here, your little wick candle. And then I'm gonna eat your cupcake later. Thank you.
Blow it out.
So happy birthday, Johnny.
Yes.
I was gonna play it for you on my guitar, but I didn't get enough time to practice. But I will eat your. This is cherry cream cheese pie.
Oh.
I will eat this for you while we're waiting on people to come in. That's what I'm talking about. It's so simple, Johnny. Even you could make it.
I can make the no bake ones.
It's a no bake.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, it's a no bake with a graham cracker crust.
Mm-hmm. That I can do.
And I wanted to let everybody know I did send Johnny the package. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or Friday? Of the Trader Joe's cornbread. It's in that package. So, because they were talking about cornbread. I'm like, have you ever tried the Trader Joe's cornbread? So I sent them the Trader Joe's cornbread.
Look at all these birthday wishes. Now, I would sing for you, but I sound like a frog when I sing. So we will not be singing.
Jay sung to me yesterday or whatever day. Yeah, yesterday. She sung the happy birthday song.
Oh.
She's a vocal coach, so it sounded very nice.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, get somebody who can sing to sing.
Well, thank you all. What we got? 3 minutes.
We
Okay.
need to read on Johnny's birthday.
Oh, let's do that, Jenny.
To see how it went very well. I ate M&Ms. That was my cake.
Just see whatever spirit wants to bring up.
I know, Connie. Me too.
King of Wands, they want to talk about your creative side on the bottom.
Yeah. That came up yesterday.
I'm getting a female in your family that's wanting to come through.
Peanut butter, Terry.
Yeah, there's somebody that's been trying to communicate with you that you're getting like part of the message, not the whole message.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some confusion about what they're saying, so they feel a little bit out in the cold from you. This is one of my cards also for mediums, by the way.
It is it's not a that they can't get through, or I'm not getting the whole message. I don't accept the whole message, and
Is
so
it
I leave it where it is. And but
is it who I think it is?
Hmm?
Is
No,
it who no?
this is different.
Okay, so I get the woman, the son, the house. So she's family.
Hmm.
The moon and the key. She's wishing you many blessings and happiness, joy. But she's family though.
Yep. Thank you, Adrienne. Red lentil healing.
She's very practical. There's something transitioning with your mediumship. So watch for that, because they're supporting you from the other side. So there's something that's transitioning.
I thought I was having a dream yesterday, actually, but I was wide awake. Well, not wide awake. I was trying to go to sleep. Thank you, Desiree. But someone decided they wanted to talk instead, and so it was a bunch of chatter. Mm-hmm.
Somebody has some regrets. Somebody's a female, very stubborn female, very pragmatic, very logical thinking. Also, has some regrets about a trip or travel.
Yeah.
Where some sort of disagreement started on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just sending her love. She's letting you know she has regrets about that.
Yeah, that's part of the message that I don't accept too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susan. Buy yourself a cupcake. I will.
This is interesting. You've got endings and new beginnings, something new and inspiring getting ready to come in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Moving also this year, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my cards for moving.
Maybe in the next couple months.
Yeah, it'll probably be after quarantine's lifted. They're going to keep driving you crazy on the other side.
I know.
Even if you don't accept them, they're going to keep driving you crazy.
Had to go give me a prescription for Ambien or something. Uh-huh.
I always just tell them, when I was opening the mediumship, I would just say, not at night. I'm sleeping. Come to me in the daytime. I'll listen. For you, it's nighttime, or, leave me alone in the daytime because you're sleeping, right?
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you, Ramona. But they know that's the time my mind is quietest, is like right before I'm starting to go to sleep. So then it's like, hey, let's go have a chat. Thank you, Pamela. Yeah, all of that came out for me, actually. I did a self-reading a week ago or 2 weeks ago, something like that, half a week ago. And thank you, Sharon. And yeah, all of that came out. There's this repetitive message that there will be a new beginning, and there's also a new creative beginning. And then I get this message I need to write some sort of book, so we'll see about that.
Ooh, that'll be exciting.
That's your creative side. For those just joining us, I'm eating Johnny's birthday pie.
Thank you, crazy cat lady. Okay, so let's go to, we'll start with the mooch.
The mooch.
Saying that if Trump's poll numbers and his support in the country keeps going down and down and down, he will just eventually just get up and walk away because he hates to lose, hates to be on the losing end. I mean, we've seen even when he won, he was still sore about it, sore about the way he won. Thank you, Lucy. And yes, pistachio party. And I got them right here. So will Donald Trump, if he sees that his poll numbers are continuing to fall, will he just leave? Will he just back out and go away? Or will Pride jump in and he tries to finish? Oh, Jen froze.
Oh no, now she fell off.
Drop off. She probably has to come out, go out, and come back in. See if I can send her the link again.
Thank you, Linda, for becoming a member of Johnny's channel.
Thank you, Linda. There we go. House of Asantewa, thank you very much. Will he give up and walk away? Thank you, Grace.
That was my phone.
Thank you, Janine. Verse card I get, thank you, Kathy, is the Hangman. So change in perspective. And then the Queen of Wands. This is opposition. So change in perspective being infiltrated by the opposition. There's the Two of Swords. There's your stalemate. Not quite sure what to do. There is there's a confusion because you're not quite sure how you got here or what to do next and what the next step is to take. The Six of Cups, there is your reminiscence. So he is now sort of trying to go back and see what is happening. Why is this happening? Give us some details, send out the exploratory committees and all that. With the Queen of Swords, though, the proof in the pudding is in the eating. So there will be no... it won't be ambiguous as to what's going on. So this whole front of I need to know what's happening. Why are we losing ground? You know why you're losing ground. And then it ends in the Knight of Swords. I still say he's charging forward. This is reckless. If he makes it that far, I think he's going to keep going. Thank you, Suzanne. I will have happy birthday. Thank you.
So you're getting that even if he's sliding in the polls, he'll hang in there?
He'll go reckless.
That's crazy. I'm getting the popularity, a very famous friend here that will become very important, who has the key, who can open things up. This would be like your Biden, but these are all positive cards. And the way I asked it was, if will Donald Trump drop out when he realizes when the polls come out that he can't beat Biden? And these are all positive cards. When this person's star starts to rise and he's got the key, it's like, I can't see it. I mean, I kind of can, because that's kind of his MO, but I kind of can't. You know what I mean? Like, because he's just got too much hanging on it.
Like I can see that. Thank you, Colleen. That his pride would never let him resign. Thank you, Catherine. But he also does not like to be humiliated either.
Exactly.
And so that's where. Thank you, Gigi. That's where his that's where Mooch is coming from. Like, he's a quitter. This is the kind of guy that once the crap hits the fan, he runs out the room like he didn't do it.
Yeah. And it's that. And I also think about like all of the legal issues that are just waiting for him to be out of office, you know, and it's like, would his pride, you know, to save his thin skin, would he actually like be like, okay, yeah, I'm done and walk away, knowing that there's a mountain of legal issues waiting for him? Or would he, you know what I mean? It's like, I can see it in both ways, but it's just like, he's in so deep that it's just like, would he really do it, you know?
Because his office is the only thing right now keeping him from being prosecuted.
There you are. We were like, where are you?
My internet decided to drop out. I think the spirit energy was a little strong on that birthday reading. It blew my internet out.
Did you want to pull cards, Jenny? Because Johnny and I already went. I think we were just kind of waiting for you.
No, that's okay. What'd you guys get?
We were doing the will he drop out reading from like when Scaramucci said whether or not he would drop out. I get that he would. I got the Knight of Swords that he would go forward, and Becca says that he's probably going to quit because that's his MO. You know, once he starts to lose, then
Okay, so I'm the tiebreaker.
Yes. It's like I can see it both ways.
I got walking away on the bottom. Let's see.
Oh wow.
Really walk away. Now, what's interesting is Mooch said that last fall. So we've had the crown bug since then and how he's handled that. So he's dropping in the polls.
I don't care how you go, just go. Please, Lord Jesus. Just go.
you can even take all the pictures. Just take them with you.
I'm getting like some of his treacherous secrets, you know, money laundering or quid pro quo coming out. You know, people working across the aisle and he's not liking it. Yeah, hangman separating, leaving, gone. I think he would go if something big financial comes out that pisses everybody off on both sides of the aisle.
And he starts polling like at 2%. Like that'll ever happen. But
Graham has been kind of pulling away from him lately.
Thank you, Tawana and Francis and Janice. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. So the Saudis and the Russians are blaming the U.S. for the corona, saying that it's a biological weapon by us.
It's been all over their propaganda media.
So why are they doing this? Like, why are they trying to blame? Thank you, Redane. November, here we come. Exactly.
If they're blaming the US, they're blaming Trump, you know?
Yeah, yes. Like, why? Thank you, SO.
Somebody's getting lots of birthday gifts today.
Johnny, special day. And I'm eyeballing that cupcake from when that tea light.
If y'all haven't seen Ona's video with the egg, what ovomancy or whatever, that was really awesome. Watch it later.
Oh, Lori's here. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Thank you, Janice.
So why is Russia and the Saudis blaming us?
My 2 of Pentacles fell out.
They're in cahoots.
You know what's interesting? If they're going to blame Trump, will the Trump base, I guess that's a separate question, Will the Trump base now believe that Russia is behind what they're behind now that they don't like Trump either? As far as why they would blame us, I get Page of Swords. So there's your inside band, but this is also your immature news. The Ace of Pentacle. So there's your new information coming out. The Nine of Cups. There's a desired effect that information is supposed to have. And the Devil, well done. So there's that in the Chariot. So they are trying to create confusion and havoc and to keep us unbalanced, because my Two of Pentacles was the first card that flew out. This is just what propaganda is supposed to do.
Yeah, this is their legacy. This is their legacy work. But I have the Hangman, which is trying to put a different perspective on things. They're working together on it. We know that. They're also working together on dark money, right? They see Trump is losing, is what I'm getting. So they are seeing eye to eye on this. They're trying to create a new, something new and tangible through communication that it's almost like they're not going to blame Trump for it. It's almost like they're trying to set it up so when Biden comes in, if that makes sense. Like, you guys had these people working on this. So, yeah, I've got the Justice card here and stuck with, who we're going to elect. And so they have this new plan and they're just talking and talking and talking. I feel like they're trying to stick it to the next administration. Yeah, that the crown bug and the devil together.
To say this was all y'all.
I just pulled the Ace of Wands after I said all that, which is a yes card. It's kind of like Spirit saying, yep. It's like they're going to leave well, you know how Trump keeps trying to blame Obama. So they're trying to set it up to blame Biden, like you guys started this back in that administration or something.
Yeah, because that's, we're that dumb. We can't live through it.
Yeah. What are you getting, Becca?
Well, I wanted to let Johnny go so he can say thank you for the super chats and stuff.
Oh.
Thank you, Tallulah, and thank you, Ms. May. Also, I have a shameless plug that I have to put in here. For those who have watched past live streams, me and Zazzle had a falling out. And so Tallulah, thank you very, very much, has created a whole new line of merchandise, and it is on teespring.com. There is the link right there. So you can go buy a shirt or buy a mug, and she put a lot of work into that. So thank you very, very much. Okay.
Thanks, Tallulah. So I don't know if all this is going to fit into frame because I pulled a double line of 7. Yeah, it's not going to. Well, it kind of does. I'm getting it that it's to secure their own reputations about this health situation moving forward. So they're starting the gossip here with the birds for a new man, for when there's a new man. So kind of like what Jen was getting to start the what do you call it? The rumor mill now.
Yeah.
For when there's a new man.
So maybe we should look at what does this mean for Biden?
Thank you, Mr. Arian.
Like a lot of Trumpers that don't believe that Russia colluded with Trump. Trump colluded with Russia.
But I mean, come on now, Jenny, can you really be that dumb? It's the year 2020. We've had almost 100,000. I don't know if we've reached 100,000 yet. And somehow you're going to pin that on Biden? Like that 2 and 2 does not equal 85. Like it just...
Yeah, Obama, it's Obamagate. It's tying right back into Obamagate. So let's ask this: did Trump put him up to doing that?
Okay.
Like all three of them are actually in cahoots.
Yeah. Did Trump put them up to doing this propaganda because he needs Obamagate?
Oh, look at Ian.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Thank you, Ian. I am going to buy some beetroot juice this week. And And I'm going to post a picture of it if I find it anyway. If not, I'll get it from Amazon just for you. Mercy. Thank you. So,
Well, I got business as usual on the bottom.
okay. So this is a diabolical plan of some sort. I don't know who all the parties are, but because no people came up. I mean, the devil, but he belongs there. So he's not like an outstanding character. But I get the Three of Pentacles, so it's somebody. It's a collaborative effort. It is meant for a new horizon, though, because here with the Eight of Cups, I can't say this is walking away because it's the very first card. There's no walking away that fits into the situation, so I go with the alternative meaning, which is the new horizon. And then you have the Bully card, the Bully Pulpit, the Heavy-Handed Tactic, the Five of Cups, the Sorrow Tragedy, and then the Chariots. This is the victory on someone's side. So yeah, there is a collaborative effort, but I didn't get any. Thank you, Cappy's mom. I didn't get anybody to pop up except the devil.
Well, like,
devil.
I get it's business as usual, which is collaborating together, right? Those three. It's their legacy. It's what they do. They're trying to burden the next administration. They're trying to put a different perspective on things, again, with that hangman. And they're there to do a steady bidding with this. They're hoping it garners a lot of attention, but, they're just trying to create lies and deception for their own security. So yeah, there was here's my yes card. Yes, they're working together and moving forward together. They continue to work together. They are cooperating as a family.
So I asked it, if they all collaborated together. And what's weird is I'm getting secrets around financial records. And those are all neutral cards. Well, traditionally the bear is negative. But this is saying secrets around financial records. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Because that's would be the dark money that I drew.
Oh, okay.
But what cards am I using? It's called the Lima Tarot. So is Brad Parscale, he is the thank you, Shelley. He is the, what do you call it? The campaign manager for Donald Trump. And there are some grumblings within people in the campaign and outside that he is stealing from Donald Trump. They're calling Trump a mark because he was basically, set up for this thing to be getting all this money in, and it's not all flowing to him. Some of it is flowing to Brad. Thank you, Debbie. Down payment on the next deck. So he's stealing from Donald Trump.
Because why wouldn't you, right? Like, who's going to blow a whistle on that?
They all steal from each other, so what's that saying? The fish rots from the head down.
I don't see why, like you said, I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, he's not the greatest of people, first of all, and then there's all this money sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Trump doesn't know where it's gone.
Unless he's got a lot of Stormy Daniels to pay off again.
Thank you, Terry.
Payment purposes only.
But we know it's true.
Because it's true.
She'll be the fair-weathered girl this time. Thank you, GB. Missy stealing. I need this thing. These cards are all in Italian. I don't know why I use this.
Oh, and thank you, Terry, before Gigi. It's kind of funny how it's coming up.
Oh, these people.
What'd you get, Becker?
I'm getting a yes. I'm getting the letter, the clover, and the stars. It's a yes. There's probably something going on in reports or documents or mail messages, something like that. And it's not a huge win. It's like little bits, because this is good luck, but it's not like huge loads of luck. But he's cashing in. When he gets opportunities to do so, he does. But it's almost like it's not huge chunks. It's like, say he gets a donation for 100,000, he'll skim a portion of it off the top,
Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah, I start with my yes card, Ace of Wands there. A new inspiration, a new action. And, it's because he thinks that Trump's going to end with the court cases, like that things are going to get released. So, he thinks that the White House is going to be losing some of those court cases. He's looking out for his own security. So it's business as usual for him because they're all a bunch of thieves. He thinks that Trump is going to be transitioned away for betraying the country. And, here's Trump and here's Brad, making money off it.
Thank you, Astrid. Thank you, Cynthia. I will have a happy birthday. Thank you. Six of Pentacles, sharing time, money, information. I don't think this is really, you can't really say this is sharing, but if it's there for the taking, why don't you take it?
It's pilfering.
Yeah, I mean, he stole it, so you're just stealing from the thief. So there you go. But then I get the World card. So here's big picture and completion. Then there is the Sun and the Hermit. Thank you, Doreen. And so there's my yes card and my isolated card. So I think, yes, he is stealing, of course, but I don't think that this is something that somebody can bust him on for whatever reason. Here with the Hermit, this is not like he's literally with his hand in the cookie jar. This is more along the lines of when something's donated, nobody knows where it goes because he's the campaign manager, so it flows through him first. And then Seven of Wands, there's defending. Two of Cups, somebody else is in on it with him. And so I don't know if there's a whistle going to be blown because who cares is kind of what it feels like. But just, I mean, it's Trump. He doesn't need it. I mean, it's paying for his kids' lawyer fees, but outside of that,
I mean, it's robbing Peter to pay Paul, but it's robbing the robber to rob again. It's like there's a lot of little Robin Hoods robbing each other.
like I can't feel bad for it. I mean, it's awful, but I can't feel bad for it. Well, Tiffany Trump has graduated. Will she go and work for Trump?
She graduated law school. Like, she's going to be a lawyer. I think I know somebody that could use her. And
I'm just kind of wondering, did she really graduate or somebody just kind of
push her through?
Here's a nice payment to your university. Look the other way and give my daughter a diploma and a license.
Does she have a real graduation, a real degree, or does she buy one like I could buy for Artie?
Yeah.
Because people like her because she doesn't seem to be like the other kids.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. And which is why I don't try to drag her through the mud because she hasn't really participated in the syndicate so much. But she also hasn't said anything. And when you have a closed mouth in this administration and you didn't go up to your father and try to stop him from doing all the awful things he did, at least say something to him like, hey, Pops, you think that might be wrong? I mean, something.
Especially when he drags her through the mud like he does, man. It's like he doesn't want to take a picture with her because of how she looks. It's like, listen, dude, have you looked in the mirror recently?
Say something to him.
Buffalo butt, was it somebody was calling her the other night? Was that Adrian?
That was Adrian. Buffalo butt. So we're asking
What question are we asking on her?
Will she go to work for this? They had a question on the community post. Will she go to work for the Trump campaign, or I guess for his administration right now?
Will Tiffany Trump go to work for Donald Trump?
I get 6 of Pentacles. There is sharing of time, money, information. The 2 of Wands, there is your possibilities. But it has the 5 of Pentacles in the middle.
Speaking
of the Page of Wands and the 2 of Cups, she gets a different offer, and I think she goes in a different lane. So I don't think so, because I don't think this financially would sustain her, nor give her the best of reputation. So she kind of pushes it out in the cold there.
I think she's got a lot of opportunities. So she's got anxiety about working for her dad. So she does know what's up with him. But she's got an abundance of opportunities. The challenge is her dad. She knows he's a thief. She's kind of retreating from that. But at the same time, she's stuck in the family. So there's a little bit of nostalgia. That's her dad, maybe talking to her. But I guess she holds strong and doesn't go to work for him. She's got different plans.
I'm getting that there's a business opportunity as an advisor for her. Someone that advises, protects, guides, financial advisor, quite possibly like a lobbyist or something, but there's a business opportunity for her. Some way, shape, or form around money. So, and those are all positive. So I don't know.
Well, speaking of this administration, someone asked, what is the takeaway that we should have from this administration? Like, what is the thing after it's done? Thank you, Orchid, that we should take away. What are we supposed to learn when it's all said and done? What do we look back and say, okay, that's it?
I had to change decks because while I was knocked off the internet, I ate the rest of your pie and I got my cards a little sticky. We're changing decks.
I always use 5, so you fit in over there. Not to lie. I'm going to say discernment. I have, the reason I call the Knight of Cups the false knight, for those who haven't heard, I call him the false knight because all of the other knights have an action behind them. Like the Knight of Wands is literally the action knight. The Knight of Swords rushes ahead, therefore there is an action. The Knight of Pentacles is the mercenary, the person you hire to deliver something, therefore there's an action. This one is all words. So there's no actual action behind it other than speaking. So that's why I say the false knight. He doesn't really need to be a knight. He's more of a Casanova type. And so here with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Cups, know what to walk away from. So discernment. Know when you are looking at something that is false. There is a lot of people in this country who saw Donald Trump for what he was, but we have to admit there is a lot of us that did not. Even the ones who came around eventually at the beginning of it, you were duped as well. So discernment.
Yeah, I get a little of that discernment too with the treacheries and lies, but I'm also getting that we're all one family. So even though there's one big ruler who's trying to act like a dictator, right? All the fighting that has been caused. There are circle supports on both sides, and the messaging, listening to the messaging that is treacherous, and remember that we are all one family, and that's the way we'll move to higher ground. That's the way we'll find healing.
I'm getting to use wisdom here because of how easily it is for power to take root and cause harm, bad power in the wrong hands. So a wise choice or a decision around someone in a position of authority, who we choose, because our roots and where we come from in regards to a historical document that has our legacy, and that's where we will learn from and be happy with that. So it's almost like evaluating this and making changes to that document or that record where it needs to be made, perhaps pass more legislation so that someone that is not a good leader to take power like this person did, and it's not just him, it's the Senate completely is going along. So it's not working. The branches are not functioning correctly because of who we put into power. So learn from it. It's going to go in history. Learn from it, change it down the road.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wanted to do the nice one before we got into this, because these might take a while, because they usually do. I wanted to look at Trump's June, since it is just round the corner. How is it going to go? Anything big happening? And then we'll go down the list. We'll do Stone and Flynn and Pompeo. June.
It's Trump's birthday weekend too, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Not on the same day as Johnny. I mean, does he have to screw everything up?
It's coming up later in June. He's a Gemini, so his birthday's coming up if it's not this weekend.
Ugh.
I'll make devil's food cake.
Very appropriate. And then Ona can do a reading with him with a rotten egg. How about that?
Yeah, we'll spray it with some of her devil spray too.
June 14th. Okay, that's a good enough distance away. Ain't close. We ain't gonna do this today.
The cards say otherwise.
It's like a mix of the Robert Mueller reading and the, not Jim Jones. What is that fool name? Alex Jones reading.
Oh, that's just gross.
In this one card.
Somebody else is leaving from his administration.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's supportive.
You know, we got that the last time.
Been a part of the family. There's some kind of treachery going on, and this is something that's happened before. and it goes back to a trip or journey with Trump. But this guy is like, I've had enough, end of the cycle, and walking away. It has to do with a payoff of some kind. I get for Trump, he's secure, like he stays, but somebody else walks away, like gets fed up and goes. Moving on, endings, boom. Let me see if I can get who's leaving.
What you get? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go last because I'm still trying to figure this out because I'm seeing all sorts of stuff, Johnny.
So this is the card that gave me the chuckles. So there is it.
What is that?
It's the death card.
Body outline.
It's like a little.
It's he has a huge change in his structure here with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. It might be a family member who maybe Jared or Ivanka, since does Junior work with the administration too, or is he just Junior?
I think he's just Junior managing his stuff on the outside.
It's somebody he knows intimately. So this may be a business partner or whoever, but somebody does leave the administration. I got the 8 of Coins and the surprise here with the Page of Cups. So somebody is definitely leaving, but it'll be a surprise to us because I think all their business is coming out. The Page of Wands, 9 of Swords. So they are worried about the messaging. High Priestess comes in, and then right behind her is the Devil. Now, in the spread that I do, I always pull this for the environment. I pull a card for the environment, and then I pull something behind the scenes is what I call it. So basically, this card explains why this one is here. So the secrets, there was some sort of exchanging of something. So probably money, maybe even stocks or whatever it is, but somebody's going out because of possessions. The new investigations is what is going to start this, because this is in your word of warning, and your word of warning and your fear usually match, and it does, because this is beginnings 2 here with the preparation card. It ends in the Hermit and the 4 of Pentacles. So someone in your inner circle is now going to be isolated. So not only are they leaving, their business is coming out, and they shall probably be investigated as well. I mean, you'll have another person for that role.
I tried to ask who's leaving, and I got the Devil first.
I'm going to try to keep this brief, even though I'm getting a lot of stuff.
As long as you want.
So there's something overseas. This could be in reference to traveling, opening up traveling for people in the country, even though there's stuff going on here that they're keeping quiet from the public. Here is a trip that gets shut down, or going away, far away on travel, that comes to an end. There is huge loads of trouble around something that he's desiring here, because there's confusion, fighting, and then something gets cut off.
Lord.
Travel that ends here. Gifts of love, gifts of generosity here. Confusion around the polls or election. This right here is the NRA. An organization that has weapons, and there's a secret around them. I don't know why this is showing up here. Here's confusion and uncertainty around the elections, dropping in the polls here suddenly. But there's something here with an NRA, foreign weapons this way. And this is something foreign that was done in the shadows here. But I don't know if there's a link between what he was doing with the Saudis and why would the NRA be involved? Because this is an organization that has weapons and attacks very suddenly here, that's doing something secret. And that's closed off. It looks like it might get suddenly revealed here. But that's where I'm confused. Because it's showing uncertainty in the polls and dropping in the polls, but I'm seeing the NRA and foreign weapons.
Yeah, I tried asking who it is that's leaving, and I had the Devil on the bottom, and it's somebody who works behind the scenes in the White House in secret, on destructive things like weapons could be. But I also feel like someone else in the Department of Justice is going to leave. Department of Justice, someone separating from that because of thievery that's been going on, and it happens over and over again. And I got 2 yes cards on that. So I think there's somebody in DOJ that's going to leave too.
Yeah, I'm getting multiple foreign organizations that are receiving foreign gifts, and they're keeping it quiet. But that organization has weapons, and I'm thinking that's the NRA. I'm not picking up anybody leaving. I'm getting stuff for the NRA, quite possibly the NRA. And then the ship mirrors over to the side, so that could be a trip that he's supposed to go on that comes to an end, that gets canceled.
Would this be campaign related, or would it be like
it could be campaign, because the top line reads like if it was a campaign. You have foreign gifts to multiple organizations that are secret, right off the top line. And then under the garden, you have the whip. It's an organization that fights, an organization that is aggressive, critical, and then it's got the scythe right next to it. Those two together are weapons. And it could also just be him rallying, going to large public areas, but it's just kind of like, no, that's looking like the NRA.
Well, with the arms sales, I mean, that would have come through the Department of Defense, right? And whoever they contract weapons from.
The State Department. That would come through with Pompeo, it would come through the State Department, but I'm not picking up any official organization. I'm just picking up a community.
I thought Pompeo's weapons sales had to do with nuclear.
I'm not picking that up here at all.
Don't we have a weapons contract with the Betsy DeVos guy?
Eric Prince?
Oh. I don't know, man. I don't know, but they're funneling in there. See, and the thing is, there's no money here. There's no money. It's just showing gifts, happiness, joy.
Like it goes into his campaign finances and,
that's
and they get weapons on the other end.
Yeah. Because there's weapons coming out of this somehow.
So they may be, I wonder if they're washing weapons.
Well, that could be it too with even though you're not supposed to read Lenormand individually by itself, but the whip shows a pattern. It repeats, it cycles, so this could be laundering weapons because it's got this right behind it. And it could also mean something that there's a pattern of suddenly gets quickly cut off,
That's interesting.
So
let's do Roger Stone for June. Thank you, Switchback Image. Roger Stone.
I can't read on him now without thinking of that video where he was so angry he was talking through his teeth. I just keep picking up on that energy.
He's just so gross.
He looks so weird.
Gross.
Like he was just gonna
explode. His forehead, kaboom.
He looked rabid, like he was singing, like stuff was coming out. It's like, dude, go get a shot, man. There's treatment for that.
Give him a rabies shot. Send him home.
Okay, let's see. So the Empress and the Justice card crossed by the 9 of coins. There is something new, legal, that is coming out. It has something to do with the woman in big money. The Chariot and the Hierophant. He may get some sort of relief or some sort of victory, small victory, or slow leaking victory in the courts or with the government. So I think Barr and Trump may swoop down to try to do something there, but whatever it is, there's some sort of small victory. However, the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands means that he has a new thing. So some sort of new attack, some sort of new opposition to him that does keep him stuck. Why does it keep him stuck? Because he's burdened by a false offer with the Knight of Cups. Someone offered him something that is unfulfilled. The Three of Wands and the Two of Coins. It was like a promise of big money or a promise of security, and we're not quite there. The Three of Wands means that you're almost complete, but you're not quite open. And so here, there is some sort of offer that is given to him that never really came to fruition. There's also a problem around money and a woman. And it ends with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. He is going to have to take some jail time. I think that he may be being promised possibly pardon or deferred sentence or whatever, but something's not going to pan out. Even if it says it in the press that, oh, he gets whatever. Somehow or another, the rug gets pulled out from under him. And he's going to have a financial problem with some woman.
You know what I'm wondering, you guys? This guy's hanging on to the hope that he's going to get lucky like what happened to Flynn and everybody else. And I'm wondering if when the day dawns on him that, yeah, homie, you just got hung out to dry, if then he'll start singing like a bird, you know, or if he'll just take the fall and just pull a Manafort, you know, it's just, I don't know.
There's something weird going on with him because, I've got he's like, struggling to balance his challenges to climb to higher ground. He can't get to higher ground. He's already feeling lost and confused. He's trying to get a different perspective on things. But he turns around here in June. He's charging in like without a plan. He's cooperating again with Republicans in the government. He is a Republican lobbyist, and it's, doing something that he's done in the past, but something is going on in a surprising way with it this time. So something is coming out, even though he's done this over and over and over again, there's something that's different about it this time.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's going to cause him more legal issues. I got to throw again. That was one of the most confusing spreads I've laid in a while.
Is it okay if I go, Jenny? Oh, no, she frozen. Are you frozen? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to go. I'm getting that he's going to be having a lot of emotional conversations because there's something here with a trial and punishment that he's very, very, very worried about. He's going to be facing some uncertain choices because there's a promise of a gift or a promise of some sort of offer that never comes. It gets suddenly cut off with these two here. There's a burdensome promise here. This could be quite literally handcuffs and a trial. It's like he's hanging on to this. Well, I don't even have hope. It's like he's going to realize it's time to pay the piper because here's the punishment that he's worried about, and it comes swiftly. It's almost like an emotional strike. He wasn't expecting it because he was anticipating the promise of some sort of a gift here to relieve it, but that gets cut out. And then there's multiple trials here suddenly too. And punishment, if this is punishment, it could come swiftly. So, there's a man and a woman, well, a man and two women around him too.
Are his lawyers?
I don't know. And then he's part of a small group too, 7 to 12 people here. And I'm only able to pick out two women and a man clearly.
Something that's been covered up on a trip is, and I got the devil here. Something's going to be illuminated. There was some sneakiness going on a trip. It's interesting. I'm not getting pinnacles though. Cooperating with the Republicans again, so he's doing some work for Republicans. It comes out and it causes him to go to court again. Oh, there it is. Give some money.
Yeah.
That comes out in court.
I was seeing multiple trials in mine. It's like, would this guy be that stupid and that cocky to think that he could just do?
More money news, maybe a couple of trials, couple of cases or indictments.
So he's not just covering for Trump. He's got a whole bunch of people in his pocket, like a whole bunch of informations in his pocket.
Yep.
Anybody with Nixon tattoo, he goes deep with the old school Republican.
So Manafort is considered a loyalist, so he may be all right. But are they looking at Roger Stone the same way? Like he's giving them nothing, therefore he's fine? Or is there a possibility something might slip so he may need to be Epps at some point?
Okay, so who are we saying as they? Like,
I don't know.
Or the Republican
I
Party?
just want to know if he's holding information on more people than Trump.
Okay. Is Roger Stone holding more information on
And then that will basically, I guess, tell me whatever else I needed to know. Oh, Lord. These cards. I quit. Okay. So the question was, is he holding more information on people other than just Trump? And then I draw this card. It's like the person got all the 9 of Wands is not usually depicted this way, but there you go. And it's not even the 10 to where this is some sort of burden. This is stress and strain. 6 of Pentacles. This goes way back into time. And then the Page of Wands, messages, information. So yeah, he's holding a lot of information from a lot of people.
Yeah, I got the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and then I have the one he's fighting with is the Emperor, and I've got the Fool, so it's not Trump he's fighting with. He's got secrets, yes, and Sword of Truth with that on someone very high up. So this is going to be like either a Mitch McConnell or a Barr or somebody like that, or a Pence. It's somebody very high up in a position of authority that he's fighting with. And he's getting strung up and he's getting delays now. They're like kind of trying to separate from him.
I'm getting the Tower and the Key. Yeah. People in government, people in institutions. This is with the Tower. Sorry, this way. The Tower, this is high up. Official people. Yeah. So
he loves working with dictators and stuff. Is he connected to Pompeo and the Saudi arms sale?
that's a good question.
He's brought more dictators over here and tried to lobby on their behalf in the past. Is he part of this whole Pompeo mess? Is he working with Pompeo?
Is Roger Stone working with Pompeo?
Mm-hmm.
That has some EALLS. You know that you're out waiting to go and be sentenced, and you're still out there committing crimes. Like that's.
I bet the first thing. It's like Manafort when he was in jail. He's supposed to have no contact with the outside world, and he's making Russian phone calls.
Yeah.
Thank you, April Showers.
Like, don't you know you're being watched? Really.
That's the whole thing that he and Manafort set up their lobbying firm on, is working with all these dictators like in Indonesia and the Marcoses in the Philippines and blah, 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 blah. The list is endless.
I get the Lovers. I get Two of Wands. That's going to be overseas, but it's possibilities. And the Nine of Wands, again, holding that information. The Knight of Wands, there's your travel card. And the Temperance. This is quid pro quo and working together. Yep, he's, for whatever reason, I guess this is why it comes up that he's holding everybody's information. He's working with them too.
I'm getting a yes.
I'm getting a yes too with the Sun.
That's crazy.
I just pulled one card. Yeah. And
I
I've been for a long time.
He's working together. They've been working together on all the details. There's a whole circle, a whole ring. There's also a woman. So that's probably Pompeo's wife, right? But he's now in waiting mode because he's out in the cold. He's getting too much attention. So there's something that's going to go down with Roger Stone in regards to Pompeo.
You know what? And that reminds me, Jenny, if you're ever available, or Johnny, whoever wants to help me out with the grand tableau that I did on, that I tried to do on Pompeo, but he landed outside. So it was all his wife. And at the end, it shows an advisor or a friend that gets sacrificed and punished. And I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out, because it's so layered, who that person is. And that person is a friend to someone in a position of authority.
So let's ask if Pompeo is going to sacrifice Roger Stone.
I didn't want to interrupt the.
No, this is how we roll. You ain't new here. This is how.
It's like, I'm always a bad one, screwing everything up, getting us off topic.
Thank you, Joanne.
So what are we asking? Is Pompeo going to sacrifice Roger Stone?
Because maybe, I wonder if his wife is the woman I keep picking up on.
I think so, Johnny.
Because it's around money or things, and he has a problem with her.
Let's see. So we're asking if Mike Pompeo will sacrifice Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Yep. In a couple months.
And all those 2 cards showing up again that I keep getting. He's going to use them as the cover-up for America. Or try to use them as a cover-up.
Is he Jewish?
Stone?
Uh-huh.
I don't think so.
Well, he found Jesus, didn't he? So
yeah, he found Jesus, remember?
He found Jesus.
Send him a pranker, Chief Johnny. Send him a pranker. Blood of Jesus.
Because I get something about a religious one when I got this card. And right next to it is the Hierophant, which should be religion. Didn't say that to me, though. But like you said, I get the Page of Swords, inside man, but there's also some backstab and treachery with that. There is the Page of Pentacle, has something to do with the deal. This is probably why I seen he's going to have some more legal issues. Like when he gets to the precipice of his pardon, and then it slips away from him. The religious one is pushed out into the government. This is someone he's known for a very long time. And with that 6 of Cups, they've been doing this forever and ever and ever, and then it comes to a completion.
That's crazy.
Yep. And notice all these 2 cards. I think it's like Becca said, in 2 months. I've got, there's 2 on the nostalgia card. He's known him for a long time. Everything's out of balance now with the 2 of Pentacles. He's made plans with him, but he can't get the higher ground with Pompeo anymore. So he's out in the cold. There's treachery and cover up for America, and he's going to jail. He's going to jail. sacrificed. And then they'll probably Mr. Epson to shut him up.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's like he's been completely defiant this whole time and hasn't said anything. And he's hopeful that he will get the same treatment that the others have gotten. Well, when he realizes that ain't coming, is he going to start? And that's when they, like, I don't know. He seems vengeful. He seems like a vengeful little weasel to me. Like,
with his anger management issues.
Oh, Pompeo is Jewish. There you go.
Pompeo is Jewish?
That's what
I thought he was part of that one creepy organization with
the breakfast people.
Yeah,
evangelical, because he tweets Bible verses all the time.
Yeah.
How
fitting.
No, he's not Jewish. It's Kushner. Kushner and Ivanka are Jewish, and so was Stephen Miller at one point until he turned into Satan. And then,
so
and then you say that what flies out of my deck.
I said, if you call the devil by name, be prepared to entertain.
Artie, come protect me. Becca,
as they're popping fireworks outside.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you. And so again, so let's do Flynn. Flynn's June.
Flynn.
Actually, let's come back to him. Let's do Pompeo since we're in this sphere.
Pompeo.
Let's look at him and see if only his wife comes up in his like monthly read here. I haven't done a read on him in a very long time.
When I watched your video, Becca, I can't figure out like if he just put everything in her name or if she's like actually doing the deals.
It looks like she's the one that's doing the deals, but they found a channel for the businesses. So he's not directly tied into it. It's her that's doing all the stuff. But I need help with that tableau because it's a freaking spider web, that thing. It's ridiculous.
That would be fun to take a deeper dive on.
You guys can't hear the TV, can you? Because everybody's downstairs watching Game of Thrones and I can hear it.
They're popping fireworks outside my window. So
okay.
We'll deal with whatever noise comes about. I don't have my menopause fan on, but
oh Lord,
it's about to come out because these lights is hot.
Menopause fan.
He's got an investigation going on in June.
It's going to be busy.
It's going to be. I've got all wands. He's like getting investigated. He's got a sense of nostalgia for the way things used to be. His challenge is somebody takes a new action against him. That's going to be Nancy and investigators. Karma time's up. And it's going to be based on messages, communication. They're going to get to the bottom of anything communication-wise, cell phones, all that kind of stuff. He's going to remain rather strong through this, though, and I'm getting victory. So, again, he's putting somebody else out in the cold. Treachery. He's hanging somebody up. And there's his wife, finally.
I'm not picking up his wife at all.
Yeah, it's to end things on from getting to his wife, like to getting to those connections. Mm-hmm. He's hanging somebody else up. Well, Roger, it was nice knowing you.
I get Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups in the beginning. So he's taking a trip. It is about something to bring back because he is going to retrieve something. So In the days of international mail, I don't know why you have to go there yourself, but it must be something that no one else can see but him. But there's a new person involved here. So there's a third party. This party is not a person that appeared to me before. I don't know who exactly it is. I don't get his wife in here either. With the Lover's card and the Two of Pentacles, this is someone of like mind. So this is someone that is doing the business with him. So he is making a very serious connection with some foreign leader. It's a foreign leader who has influence over him and influence over the stake that he has in things here. Because it ends in the Hierophant and the Emperor. So this person is not a part of our government, but they are because of him. It's kind of like how Vladimir Putin gets his wishes through Trump. So this person is getting their wishes through Pompeo. Because here with the Five of Swords, there's your bully card. So this is the person with the unfair advantage. This is why he's going all the way overseas, because it is somewhere else to go handle something. His warning, however, is the Seven of Cups. I think there are too many avenues. Even though you think that you're sewing everything up and you and whoever this foreign person is think you got it under control, there's always something you missed. Always. There's never, ever a foolproof plan. There's always something you missed. And so I think you may have to, well, I'm not going to give you advice on what to do, but still, there's a foreign leader who's got him by the neck.
By the kahunas.
Mm-hmm.
Say that. I'm getting gossiping conversations within the government or an institution. If this is in regards to his Senate seat here, there's going to be criticism coming perhaps from a senator. This is an official person that's been around 30, 35 years or so high up that may be criticizing an organization. Also meetings here with institutions, perhaps corporations as well. There's trips that he's been doing in secret here that have been done in the shadows. Those get revealed, and it has to do with money and business this way. Foreign meetings, meeting with people overseas, something around a government that's secret, a court that's secret, an institution, a department that's secret. This could be like the CIA or something, an organization or an institution that has secrets and knowledge, so perhaps intelligence of some sort. Shadowing something up. There's two men here. Clouding something up, confusion. This could also be in reference to someone that has dementia, but he doesn't have dementia. So I don't know if this is talking about Mango here. And then the revelation of his business right here. But I'm not picking up his wife. I'm picking up three men. This one, and this one. There's three men that he may have been dealing with. One could be identified by a fleur-de-lis, but that would be like France. Somewhere foreign that is peaceful, somewhere foreign that may be represented by a fleur-de-lis, and then money, retirement money here. This is campaign money for campaigning, money for parties, money for rallies. His position in office here. But it looks like the trips and the meetings he's had receive criticism, and all the stuff he's been doing in the shadows gets revealed, and it's around business and campaigning. So let's go back to a second. You were talking about the NRA earlier. Ollie North is still heading up the NRA, right? I don't even know who Ollie North is. Was it Ollie North or was it the other guy?
The other guy stepped down. Ollie North was heading up the NRA. Ollie North is why we got found out about the Iran-Contra affair, selling arms, for hostages and all that mess. Ollie North is the one who jacked up a Swiss bank account, or Swedish bank account through, what's her name, Fawn Hall. These guys know how to do it. Pompeo, Ollie North, they know how to sell these weapons over to the Saudis. It's insane. And we're going through an Iran-Contra affair again. And who else is there that was there during that? Barr, the one that pardoned them all. So it's not Wayne LaPierre anymore? That's heading the... I thought he stepped down and Ollie North was heading it up now. Oh, God, let me see.
Oliver North,
Yeah,
2018 to 2019.
as he stepped down last year.
Who is the president of the NRA now? In May 2018, the NRA announced that Oliver North would become the president of the organization. But LaPierre, and he was replaced by Carolyn Meadows, April 29th, 2019.
Wonder
So
if
it
he,
looks like it was Oliver North, then LaPierre, and then a Carol Meadows came in April 2019.
Ollie North's going to end up in another big old mess, and they're investigating him up in the investigating the NRA up in New York. So he's going to end up back in legal problems.
So let's go with Flynn and see what he has going on for June.
Oh. Every time we do this on Sundays, it feels like we're playing Clue. It was Colonel Mustard in the library with a candle. These people, I swear.
We essentially are.
The list just keeps growing longer and longer of people to read on because there's so many players in this.
Because then we put all this back in the box and nobody ever goes to jail.
Nope. Let's roll the dice. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, when's the genie coming out of the bottle, and when are we going to see massive amounts of people going to jail?
Oh, Lord.
Because we still don't know on the 14 sealed indictments, we still don't know if Barr has shut those down or not. They suspect they're shut down, but we don't know, the female judge is sitting on all those sealed indictments.
Can you shut them down if there are sealed indictments? Like once the grand jury has said, yeah, these people are guilty, Barr can come in there and be like, well, I'm shutting it down and justice will not be served. Oh, Autumn's here. Hi, Autumn.
Hey, Autumn.
And she says, happy birthday to Johnny.
Well, thank you.
I think it depends, like with Sullivan, like they could say we're shutting it down, but it's up to the.
Oh, Jenny, you froze. You froze.
Sorry, I think it's like with Sullivan and Flynn, the DOJ can shut it down, but the judge ultimately has the say so about it.
Michael Flynn in June.
There's an Earth sign man who is preparing for, I know the judge, he's hired himself a lawyer.
Guess you want to come out.
I read today, which is quite interesting.
What?
He hired a lawyer for himself.
The judge?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
That's what I read this morning. But there's an Earth sign man here who is under some stress and some strain. And there is the two of wands on top of the both of them. So there is, I don't know who the Earth sign man is. I don't know what Flynn sign is. But for this in particular exercise, it doesn't really matter because that's just the beginning. But the Two of Swords and the Hermit. So the isolated one is going to run into a wall. There's going to be a stalemate, an indecision. This is not over. Even if, like, say, everything in the world is dismissed, he's scot-free, expunged the record, fine. It's still not over. There's something hiding in the dark, and I think at a later time it will come out. Because once the change happens around the Trump administration, the death card here, then something else breaks through. The Fool and the Moon. There is something in particular that the Trump administration has done. Trump himself, period. That, and this is probably his king, but this is him directly, because I get the Fool, it's him directly. If I get the King of Swords, it's just about him. Him directly has done something in this in particular case that is going to cause it to grow legs again. So there's going to be more worry, more stress, more strain for Michael Flynn. Oddly enough, I don't pick him up in this at all. It's everybody around him because they I think he's going to kind of sit in the wings here, and then everybody else is about to have a maelstrom of just crap. The Six of Wands, there's the Judge, and the Three of Pentacles. There's going to be something against him now. So he's going to come under fire for something. I guess probably from Flynn's side. And then Flynn's people are, and then Trump as well. So this is about to get uglier.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. He's he celebrated too soon in the past, and now he's all embattled again. It's like, don't be partying before it's over. I'm getting he's kind of cut off from Trump right now too. Like Trump's distancing himself, trying to walk away from him a little bit. I get that Flynn is dissatisfied. Things are getting covered up. And there's some communication that's going to be investigated. Has to do with a foreign leader. And he's put in defense mode again. So it's not over for him.
I'm getting this. There's no way this is going to fit. That he's been separated and cut away from a person that lies and betrays. He's deeply rooted. And then him and I don't know if this is his wife. There's a woman that's very, very close to him. They are nervous about the relationship and then something that they've been keeping secret here. There's a foreign gift here that has happened in the shadows, or perhaps a happy vacation of some sort that is clouded over. You can't see it. Right now, he's very hopeful. He's got the stars right under him. He's very, very hopeful. His wife is at home. He's hopeful that this is all going to clear. But this judge here, and this could just be talking about his veteran status, somebody that has been around 30, 35 years. That's very, very, very important. If this is the judge has evidence, and there's something that is classified that gets revealed here. They identify or have evidence of lying and betrayal, secret gifts this way, a trip that he took this way. It's almost like he's going to be stuck in this thing for a while. These two do not move fastly. The lilies and the anchor, you're stuck here. This is slow. This is slow. This is slow. It may seem like he's getting out of it because it finishes here with the keep, but it's like he's stuck with this for a while. Oh,
yeah. Like we got last week, everything's going to get slow walked until we have a new administration. Then bam, he's in big trouble.
Yeah, but I'm picking up as of right now, he's very hopeful. He's got the stars right under him. He's very hopeful.
Because he can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that in particular instances, you don't know if that's your safe harbor or if that's the train coming at you.
Until he starts to poop his pants when he sees the train coming at him,
It's kind of like running into a tunnel in Roadrunner. You don't know if that light is Roadrunner with the helmet with the light or if it's really a train. Guess what, man? You got a big train heading towards you.
This guy, I swear.
So let's look at the Cohen and see what's going on with him. He says he's going through with his book, Come Hell or Waters High. So what does it look like for him?
Artie decided he needed a closer look on this one.
Oh, I had a follow-up question on that too.
On Cohen?
Uh-huh. What is his money sources? Because I think, who was it? Was it one of y'all? Somebody said that since he had to mortgage his house, I think it was you, Jen.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't have any money like stashed away just to pay that $130 to Stormy Daniels. So
he got a deposit on the book already. I think to get it started, like he started working on it in jail. You know, like, what else are you going to work on, right? Sit there and write the book. Get your petty boots on and start writing.
He could have went out to the yard and lifted some weights.
Yeah, he did look like he lost some weight.
What's going on with him?
Well, he's still stuck in house arrest.
Now, I said this. This is where, okay, now look here. Don't come out. I say it again, talking about your summers in Schenectady. I want to know, what did you do for Trump? How many times did you do it? When did you know it was wrong? And when did you stop caring? I want to know all that stuff. Because in the beginning, I get Trump in the White House, and then I get he has a treasure trove of garbage on this man.
Oh, good.
Like will you tell it? I get the truth, but then I get the hangman. I don't know if he's doing a part 1, part 2, or what he's doing, but this ain't a Stephen King novel. We want it all right now. If it's got to be as thick as the Webster's Dictionary, just put it out. But he's got stuff, and it's not all coming out at once. But it causes major damage, and that is something that is not quite... The people who are in this situation are not prepared for it, because you don't really know what he's going to share. Because with the 3 of Wands, he has a lot, but it's not all being revealed at one time. The warning is the Empress. So security of life is one thing you have to worry about, of course. But there's Petty Boots himself. This is my Petty Boots card. I just want y'all to know this. This is that emotional child that just, okay, I got you. Say it again. This is Petty Boots. So he's coming out, and he's armed with emotions and thoughts. So he's got a lot coming. That's all I get is on the book. On him personally, I think he's fine. I just want to know where his money sources are coming from too.
Yeah, I get he's getting a lot of attention right now, but he's also being bullied, and I feel like that's something he's standing on higher ground now. So I feel like that's part of what's going to come out in the book is how he was bullied to do things over women. And at the time he was like-minded with businessman Trump. So he's going to go back to business days with Trump, not just presidential days. He's going to go back to business days. He's going to talk about some imbalances with financial losses. So he's going to talk some about write-offs, things like that. Falsifying his tax record, probably, even though he's not the accountant, he's aware of some of the financial fraud.
I'm getting. Is it okay to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting that there's something here about harassment and threatening a woman right here. This is harassing a woman, perhaps on mail, letters, something like that, that this person's in danger. There was a separation here. This person was an obstacle in the legal system for payment. Okay. What he's delivering here may be some record or a chapter or something of how this woman was harassed back here, how it may have put this person's life in danger this way, but what he's delivering is payment for an affair. Here's the payment for an affair that is sexual, and threatening a woman back here, harassing a woman, threatening her. This is a sexual affair. Messages that are dangerous to her life, messages that are dangerous to someone's life here. Messages or mail records that were delayed or blocked. But it's mostly about blocking this woman here and fighting with her and threatening her. So I don't know if that would be like Stormy or perhaps other women that he harassed maybe to shut them up for Mango or Spanky over there. It's like he really did act like a thug at one point.
Yeah, he did. He did. The recordings I've heard of him, he sounds very like trying to intimidate, thuggish.
Mm-hmm. But there's something about threatening a woman that's coming
So I
out.
wonder if he's apologized to her like he did. What's the comedian's name that he?
Rosie?
Rosie O'Donnell. Wonder if he apologized to Stormy.
I don't know. Or not, maybe not to Stormy. Maybe how many other women are out there that were paid off?
Well, there was that other woman.
Or maybe not even paid off, just threatened. You know, like.
He was a thug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca said they are going to have a vaccine. They are hopeful to have a vaccine for corona by the end of this year. So is that going to happen? Is that even possible? Or are they a little too hopeful?
So we're
Especially when you kept firing all these researchers. I mean, not them in particularly, but people who were trying to help.
Nope. All talk. Their company gets delays. They're waiting. They don't have it by the end of the year.
It's going to take way longer than the end of the year. No. It takes way longer.
So, Lord. So I get the Emperor and the Two of Cups. They've come into some sort of deal with a leader. This is not a active leader, as in this could be Trump in this case. It's usually foreign for me because we don't have emperors, we have presidents, we don't have kings. So, but in this in particular case, I like the emperor is not a person who does anything. As you see, he sits down with his rod and his staff and all this because he dictates, because that's what they do. I want this done, I want this done, and then you let the lower people handle it. And then there's some sort of agreement. But there's some sort of, it's not just secret, but then there's information that is released that is meant to fool, that is meant to look like something else. Like, oh, we found hydroxychloroquine and it does wonders or whatever.
A little bait and switch.
Yes. Thank you, Al. And so I get this is baffling, but when you look at the secret and the confusion, I get a yes. Like, yes, there will be something that is meant to protect life, that is meant to act. There is another victory card here. There's a transition card here. There is a almost completion here. There's security here. There's support here. And then this is at the top. All of this is this. So I don't think they're going to have a vaccine by the end of the year, but I bet you they tell you they do. Or some sort of, I don't know if they can claim it's a vaccine because that might be like a FDA violation if it's really not. But then again, Trump said hydroxychloroquine is the best thing in the world. He's even taken it. So they are going to tell you they got something, but just know that that is meant to confuse.
Maybe they have disinfectant to inject.
I'm wondering if they're just going to say that they do so that their stocks go through the roof.
And there is a, along with that Emperor card, I think there's a protection of image in that too. Like Trump has finally done it because, you know, it won't be AstraZeneca and their scientists who did it. It'll be Trump who did it. So I think there might be a little bit of it too.
It'd be interesting to see what happened with their stock after they announced this, and then what happens at the end of the year if they don't have something tangible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the stock market, man. I don't. It's just the quick rich scheme with a bunch of lawless thugs running around and making up fake prices, inflating their crap. And then, oh crap, we're broke. You know?
Bail
it's a casino. It's a freaking casino.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of false promises, what happened to Lev Parnas in all his messy glory? Like, what happened to him?
Where are you, Lev?
That was the original Petty Boots, but what happened?
Had a riveted Petty Boots. Hanging on his every word.
Makes me wonder what happened to the little goblin too.
Giuliani?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at him next. Where is he at?
Because that was his homeboy, you know.
I draw this card. There's a TV show back in the day called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? That's what that reminds me.
He's still got his Petty Boots on, Johnny. He's still the inside man.
Mm. See, I was looking for something to tell me that he has been muzzled, and I don't get that. But because there is a strategy plan here with the devil and the Seven of Swords. This is devious in nature. It's possibly even illegal with the devil and the Seven of Swords. Nothing about this is a good thing. Like this is a huge bad thing. But here with the moon, this is not something there's something else going on that we don't see. And that's why this is here. That's why this moon is the way it is. Because there is the Knight of Pentacles, so there's still something going on. And as you can see, this is ethereal as well. Like you can barely see it. It's also in the shadow.
It looked like a moon too.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the Nine of Cups around it. And these cups are also shadows. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, I guess deck chooses the reading here, that is hidden. There's still something there, still something going on with the King of Cups or King of Coins, but we can't see it. But there's still some crap there, and it's devious and planned.
I've got the High Priestess on the bottom, overarching the reading secrets. He's still got his Petty Boots on. He's still the inside man. He's still trying to transition to calmer waters. He's been with them a long time. He knows all the games that were going on for a long time, but he has been silent somehow. Like he's been delayed a little bit. What is interesting is I kind of feel like between Nancy Pelosi and the Dems investigations and the courts, they've put a lid on his emotions and his ability to talk. So he's just kind of hanging on. It's an illusion. It's not real because you can't. He's going to get a lot of attention eventually, but he's muzzled, stuck.
Thank you, Al. To answer your question, no, he can refuse to leave all he wants, but he can't actually stay if he loses. Because all you have to really do at that point is call the police on him because he's trespassing.
It's called eviction, mofo.
Yes.
Get out. You've been evicted.
Please let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
That's right,
Rain the rent on you, and we know you can't afford it.
For Lev, I'm getting that he's emotionally secure, and that he's working on some creative records, creative writing, perhaps as well. I don't see a book here, so it could just be working on some creative writing and something that will eventually go public here. So
another Betty Boots book for our bookshelf.
Something is devious about what he's doing.
yeah. But he's been at this for a while. He's kind of like got his mindset and he's sticking to it. And it's a creative, it's something creative around a record, writing documents, and then about something to do with an organization.
I kind of wonder if, like that judge in New York, or the attorney general in New York, if they're going to slow walk his cases also until Trump's administration is out.
I always feel like she has no choice because she's not getting what she needs to do anything.
Nope.
But hopefully so. That way she can be under Biden.
Yeah. So just slow walk everything, and then bam, everything hits the fan in January.
It would be so lovely if just one of them went to jail for as long as they could possibly put them in there.
Are you kidding me, Johnny? Like, I mean, out of all this, what have we gotten? That one German guy that they busted, or Russian guy, I forgot. He served 15 days or 9 days or something. Paul Manafort's out of jail. And here's what I'm wondering. Paul Manafort and Flynn and all these other people, because Rick Gates is still in jail, isn't he? They didn't let him out. So
and he cooperated.
Why are they letting out the people that didn't cooperate? Well, I just answered my own question. That's stupid. I'll shut up now. Like, it just don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense,
That's a damn shame, too.
It's just so blatant.
Let's look at Giuliani. Where is he? Where is Giuliani?
That little goblin. That goblin. Oh my God, did you guys see him like a couple months ago? He showed up on Fox News. I swear to God, what a hot mess. Half of his head was shaved and then the other half was not.
What happened there?
I gotta send you the video. It was so bad. I was like, dear Lord.
Like he's in the middle of a haircut and has to rush to do an interview on Fox.
Oh my God. I was like, what the world? And it was before this whole situation started. So it's not like I was at the hairdresser or at the barber shop before, quarantine. No, it was like, what in the world happened with the goblin?
Like he fell asleep on one side and had the fan on the other side. So what is thou doing? I bet what card is that? Is that the devil? Single mother. What is that? What is 16? 16 is the tower. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, a tower moment?
Uh-huh.
What, another half-shaved head situation?
It's information he either... You see, I did a reading on that too, to where even Lindsey Graham said the information he's bringing back is Russian propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust it. And I get the information here with the 8 of Wands, but he's also, I guess he may be coming back into the fray with the tower here. He's going to say something. Foot and mouth disease. I guess this is what you have to have. They inject you with foot and mouth disease when you get hired in the Trump administration. Like the little girl who showed his checking account information on TV the other day. She's smart. And so then I get the world. So there's some completion here. All this centers around the America card. So whatever he brought back over here is about to come out, and it's about to spell very bad news. There's the emperor is involved as well. So he got this from a foreign source, and he's going to be pushed out. And this is going to start those allegations again of, because you can't touch him because he has insurance on Trump, but that was supposed to be a joke. Ha ha. But yeah.
I got my pack your bags, you're moving card on the bottom here. He's the inside man, but he's getting much smaller and much smaller. He's not a king. Everything's changing for him. He was a supportive person with the Republicans, but it's an end to that cycle. They're not even, acknowledging him anymore because he's sneaky, manipulative, He's burdening the White House, and so nobody wants anything to do with him. Now, what I want to know is he, because we've got people doing investigations, are there charges still coming on him? Because, his little best buddies, Lev and Igor,
who got caught at the airport.
Uh-huh. Everybody's getting caught at the airport. So, he's presenting here with the woman over his head. So I know that he's in the middle of a divorce, but he's got this woman really close by over his head. So he may have her on his mind because he's nervous about a trial with this woman, and she gets lucky in the long run here. There's some financial fraud and him while speaking or meeting about a child. Also, this could also be in reference to someone very large that is some sort of an executive that could be investigating him for speaking about a child. I do not see how this would be William Barr. Here we have a slow bleeding of funds. He's slowly bleeding out funds. Like he's losing money. He's facing a trial and an investigation here, but it's behind him. And then here we're seeing very short, brief meetings about a child of someone that is older and senior that had authority at one point, or this person's going to be eventually in a position of authority. But it's like he's still hooked on this kid, on Biden. And if this is not Joe Biden's kid because it's just a child, it could also be in reference to perhaps one of, I don't know if he himself has children, but it shows him talking and meeting with a child or talking about a child. So, that's bad when Lindsey Graham's even saying that you're bringing in propaganda. Like, that's real bad.
And it is propaganda.
Yeah, that's bad. Because Mint Julep is a lapdog, man.
So, from the gross to the grotesque, the VA, I read today, is now giving out 1,300 prescriptions of hydroxychloroquine. Trump says it's okay. It is safe. He is taking it. And so, naturally, they go with the government first, and the government has now, I guess, purchased hydroxychloroquine. And so they're passing it out to the veterans at the VA hospital.
Oh, hell no.
So will this continue? Or is someone going to say this is not proven? You cannot keep passing that out. Why is there a doctor somewhere that's doing it? I don't know, but
He's the president of the United States. That does not make him the Surgeon General. He does not have the authority to force veterans to be the guinea pigs for his campaign.
For his research.
1,300 of them.
No, hell no. Hell no.
There is trial surrogates.
So the question was, will the VA continue to give the...
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep doing it, yeah.
They're going to cover up deaths. They're going to cover up the numbers. It's all going to be a lie.
I just asked yes or no. I'm getting that yes. They're gonna keep doing it.
Yep, they're going to do it over and over and over again. It's burdening. but they hang on. I'm getting, cover up for the White House, with the doctors around COVID. Like they're going to cover up how many people transcend. I'll put it that way. And then the grief, more death cards. It's going to be bad. They're going to have a lot of deaths, and they're going to lie about it.
That's the very first thing I drew. 7 of Swords and 7 of Cups. They are covering up and confusing. I heard the word death tome after I finished everything, and this is basically where you write a name, and as a tome, it is secret. The thing that's sickening right now is this was the desired effect. This was part of the plan, not to kill people, but to make sure we're using this, because we can't keep saying, hey, everybody take it, and then nobody's taking it. So we can now put it in rotation in our own will and in our government. And anyway, so yes, they're going to keep doing it. 9 of Pentacles, and this is desires with the 9 of Cups, and there's my health card. So yeah, they will keep doing it, and yes, people will lose lives over this because this is not the thing you're supposed to be taking. But they will get pushed back, but it might not matter because they can keep doing it. It's not illegal for the doctor to prescribe it. It's just, in my opinion, unethical.
But that's the thing, Johnny. He's the commander in chief. He is not the surgeon general. The guy could not spell his name with a crayon if you gave it to him. Jenny fell off again. And what the hell gives him the authority? I don't give 2 craps who you are. Just because you bought a stockpile of this crap, now you got to get rid of it. How about you start taking it? Give it to your kids while you're at it too. Give some to Stephen Miller and everybody else in Congress before you force it down the throats of people that have already been through enough in this country.
Since you believe in it so much, I want to see you on air. Take it.
Taking it. Take the whole damn bottle.
Don't tell me you're taking it when you get up in the morning. I didn't know.
No, and then he lies, man. He lies. He's like, yes, I'm taking it. I've heard so many good things. If I were taking it, yeah, I'm pretty confident. Are you taking it or are you going to take it? He's lying. He's not taking it. He's not taking it. And poor Jenny fell off again.
I said he's taking an immune booster of some sort of vitamin D, C, B12, something. He is definitely 100% not taking hydroxychloroquine.
Nope.
But he's got a financial stake in it, so somebody needs to take it.
Yeah, our veterans. Our freaking veterans. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. I swear to God, I don't want to know that man's karma for the next 35 lifetimes. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
Well, speaking of leaders and bad, China. It was, I think, in 1991 or so. I forget when, but they had a national security law that they put into place basically to keep people from protesting because it was considered to be against the best interests of the state and blah, 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 blah. And they don't like dissension of any kind. So reporters were shut down. Protesters are shut down on mainland China. And they call it a security risk for you to go out and protest. So they are trying to adopt a national security law in Hong Kong as well. So how will that play out? Because right now, that's what they're protesting. We want you, basically, your influence off of us. Will the protests get worse? Will they get better? Will they be... Because they've already started shooting tear gas this morning or yesterday morning. So they're doing that already.
So we're asking about the...
I think I have 2 questions. One, first we'll see how does this plan pan out? How will this play out with the adoption of the national security law and shutting down protests?
So the national security law and shutting down protests in Hong Kong. What will be the outcome of that?
What'd you get?
I'm getting the tower, the bouquet, the mountain, the dog, and the ring. There's going to be an obstacle and a delay for the government getting what it wants. It's like they're met with a block from people that are committed to staying loyal to their way of being, or partnerships that people have made. It's like there's going to be a block, a delay, because they don't have like it's almost like they don't have the alliances or something. I don't know.
I get there will be some like mass suppression from China to Hong Kong with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. There is some sadness and regrets and all that stuff. There is the devil, so there's your suppression with that Seven of Swords as well. There will be some judgment and the Star. For whatever reason, I feel as though I'm not 100% confident in this answer though, but it feels as though there's a hole in the plan, like it's not going to work. But this is not a democracy, so I don't really feel as though protesters can really stop Jinping's law. But there's some hope for it, though.
Yeah, it's like in my reading, I was getting like the law itself with the tower and the bouquet hits a wall. Like they can't, they have a huge obstacle to get through. It's like they lack the alliance. I don't know. Sorry, we lost you, Jenny. You fell off. And
Yeah, what law is that you were reading on?
We are reading on the protest in Hong Kong to see if it will escalate. Well, not the protest. We'll see how the adoption of that law will pan out. Will it actually happen, or will it be shut down? How will that play out? Now, what was our funny question? I didn't write it down.
Oh, why did Johnny get thumbs down on his beach video where he finally took us to the beach?
Johnny finally took everybody to the beach, you guys. I woke up one morning. It was like almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I turn on my computer and there's Johnny at the beach. I'm like, what happened? What in the world?
I was so sorry I missed that live.
It was great. It was wonderful.
I was up. I was not tired. I said, well, let's go. I'm a spontaneous person. That's kind of how it happens. It's just, feel like I do it.
You were getting thumbs down on this beautiful beach scene. So calming, so wonderful. And you were so nice to stay there for a couple hours for us.
Mm-hmm.
Look and see.
So we're asking, why did Johnny get a thumbs down on his beach video?
He got several, like while he was doing it. They were like already thumbs downing while he was in the middle of it, and then got a couple more, I think, afterwards. So why is he getting?
I have 11 total. So
It's
there's 11 people who didn't like.
It's like me getting thumbs down on my Lucy walking in the garden videos. It's like, okay, you're not a cat lover, I get it, but why did you click on the video when there's a cat in the thumbnail?
I'm telling you, there's people that are subscribed just to thumbs people down. That's all that they do.
Now, for the good news, though, 4,468 people watched it. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And 668 of you. So we win the majority. hit the thumbs up. 11 of you just really didn't care for Sand and Sun. I get it. I don't either, but
I watched the full 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever to see if you'd ever stick a toe in that ocean. I was like, nope, he wouldn't.
He had his shoes on.
tennis shoes on, no flip flops. I don't have flip flops.
I could have taken bets on that one.
The water did get on me though one time, but
Right,
I kept
Artie?
an eye on it.
Like, why do you go to the beach and not get your paws wet? Artie
was
trying
fun,
to catch a fish in there.
People in the chat enjoyed it, so I'm glad they did.
Ooh, hidden agendas, treachery. Let's see.
I didn't try to get a thumbs down on this beach video. Why did Johnny get thumbs down on his beach video?
They do this over and over and over again. They repeat this. Their challenge is to just walk away. They can't just walk away. They've got to like do this over and over and over again. I'm gonna say these are Trumpsters. Because I've got Trump and my Mother Russia card and Trump the businessman here and the White House. Well, I don't have anything about taking a walk on the beach and feeling calm and relaxing. I just got a yes card on that. It's Trumpsters. They work together on this. Like they target you. Trying to disrupt. They work together. It's people that see eye to eye that work together. They feel they're bound to the devil.
I'm getting that it's people that are not part of Johnny's community. Like they don't feel like they're part of the community. They're on social media, but they're not friends because it's Dog and Coffin. So there's no friendship there, but they stay loyal to the channel just to make it bad. Do you see what I'm saying? Just to thumbs down.
I want my notification just so I can click thumbs down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they wait for it patiently. And when they get the opportunity, they go give you a thumbs down and then they leave. They leave in return. They don't stick around. They wait for the notice here. They wait for the message to go leave in return and then they thumbs down. But it's like they're loyal, but they're not. So it's like they're on the social media. They're part of perhaps subscribers because you have the stars and the garden. That's your social media. And then you have stars and dogs. So they're loyal to you. They're subscribed. But then it's got the Coffin right there. They're not your friend. They're just there to get the notice, to know when they have to go leave in return to give you a thumbs down. And then that's it. And there's something here about quite possibly conservative people here that are loyal. But I don't see anything here like jealousy or, trolling or anything. I just see that they're in the community, and they're subscribed to you, but they're not your friend. They just wait for the notice. So
I get the same thing. There is me, there's the masculine, and then the unexpected. So it's like there is something maybe they clicked and didn't know what they were clicking, or they got there and watched and it wasn't what they expected. There was one person who was mad that I wasn't moving around, even though this part is sand and water. The next part is sand and water. The next part is sand and water. Where do you want me to go? To the sand and water part? I think I'm at the sand and water part. So, and then there's extremes. These are also people who don't know no better. They need some therapy. They go to the chats and all of our live streams just to click thumbs down, like they did today with the 4 thumbs down. But that's fine too, because
you got 4 thumbs down already.
Mm-hmm. But
They're not part of. They're on social media and they're part of your community, but they're not. They just wait for the notice to leave and return, to go, give you a thumbs down, and then leave.
So it just amazes me that with us talking all the time about, it helps us, a thumbs down's a click, it's a view also, that they're that stupid that they don't understand that it doesn't do, like, what do they think it does? What?
Nothing. Gets them off somehow. Oh, look what I did. I gave him a thumbs down. Woo! It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm such a badass. I mean, I don't get it. I don't.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us. 2 pieces of information. Number 1, I will be doing a live stream with Tallulah Tarot, Red Lentil Healing, and Sienna Rose on Thursday at 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, we have a Teespring store where you can go get you some Tarot's Apprentice shirts and mugs that Tallulah made. Those are 2 pieces of information, but I want to leave off. Here's the link for you too. There. I want to leave with Ian's joke, because it's hilarious, and I kept myself from laughing because we were reading. He says, going off subject, a friend of mine and myself were walking, and my friend saw a dog licking its privates. He said, I wish I could do that. And I said, if you give him a biscuit, he may let you. So with that, I bet you can.
And on that note, happy birthday again, Johnny.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
I don't want my birthday and that to be in the same sentence.
Happy birthday, Johnny. And if I may, thank you to all of our subscribers that are veterans. Or those of you guys that are currently serving or have family members that are serving. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. Have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend, and happy birthday to you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Absolutely.